everyone, my name is Blake. I work here at High Alpine Rentals. Today we're going to go over the 2021 Minnie Winnie that sits on the E450 Super Duty chassis. We're going to do an orientation of the outside functions of the camper, the inside functions of the camper, and little tips of the trick to get your trip rolling smoothly. As you see, it's a very basic cab. If you've ever driven a U-Haul before, you've driven this exact same chassis. This is a brand new camper. What's really nice about this, you have lane assist. So when you go to turn, a little camera is going to turn on and it's going to show you if anybody's next to your vehicle. This vehicle does sit at 25 foot long, so it's the perfect length for a camper. Brand new tires. Once again, you have another camera on the driver window or mirror. This RV is equipped with an Onan QG 4000 generator. That generator is going to give you the same power that this 30 amp RV needs at a campsite. So this generator is going to run your TV and your air conditioner. Here you have located your propane tank. We do send you on your trip with a full tank of propane, and it is required that the propane tank comes back full. Propane tanks can be filled at U-Hauls, KOAs, really any major campsite will fill this propane tank up for you. You don't have to do anything for it. The only thing you have to make sure you do is when you get done getting the propane tank filled up, you reach in here where it says close and open, and you're going to make sure that tank is open so you can get hot water. The propane on this RV feeds your hot water heater, your stove top, and also your furnace during winter time. The back side of this little panel is your hot water heater. When your hot water heater is turned on, you're going to be able to hear this fire up, and it's going to be burning hot fumes out. So you'll be able to put your hand here and feel that it's actually on. Now we're going to go over how to hook up at your campsite. You're going to notice you have a black cable that's going to be tucked inside the compartment like such. When you're going down the road and you're not at the campsite, you want to make sure that you look inside of here and you ensure that the male end of that power cable is plugged into the female port in the camper. You can see where I'm pointing. That's where you plug it right into. That allows the generator to push power into the camper. When you get to your campsite, you're going to reach in here, unplug it, pull this cord out. We have a lot of cord here. Take that power cord, and you're going to have an electrical pedestal next to your camper. You're going to see that your 30 amp has 3 prongs, a 50 amp has 4 prongs, and it's double the thickness of this cable. With that, you just take your 30 amp, you plug it right into that electrical pedestal, and you flip that electrical pedestal to the on position. You'll know you have power inside the camper when your microwave turns on. It may take about 20 to 30 seconds for it to turn on, but that's your first way to check if you have power. Your water hose. This RV is equipped with 2 different water sources. Your first water source is going to be an on the RV water tank. That's about 30 or so gallons, and that water can be used when you want to sleep at a Walmart parking lot overnight and you want to take a shower. You can use the onboard water reservoir. When you're at your KOA campground or any other campground, you're going to take your water hose and where it says city fill, you're going to tighten that water hose right into the side of your camper, and of course take the other end and attach it to your campground water spigot. When you're done with that and you're done with using the water, you just want to leave the water on too when you're at your campsite. You don't have to turn it off. When you go to leave your campsite, just undo the water hose like that, and then store this water hose in a different spot. Now let's say you want to fill up that water reservoir tank on the camper. You'll come around to the other side. To where it says tank fill. Tank fill is that onboard water reservoir, and it's going to operate the same way. You take the orange end, you attach it in there, screw it in, and that's going to fill up your water tank inside the camper. You'll know it's full because water will come out of the bottom part of the camper onto the ground, or you can read a panel that we're going to go over on the inside here shortly that will tell you to read it to know if it's full or not. When you're done the water hose, just put it right back inside. For dumping the sewage, take your sewage hose, and you look underneath here, you're going to notice that there's a cap that's going to be covering that sewage hose. Of course, you'll have gloves on for this part, but you take that, you turn it off, you take the end, and it just screws right onto there like such. And then the opposite end goes down into the sewage hole at your campsite or dump station. You'll notice that you have two different levers. You have black waste tank, gray waste tank. Black waste tank is your sewage, and the gray waste water tank is your shower and your sink. When you're at your campsite, you can leave the gray waste tank open, but you want to leave your black waste tank closed. The black waste tank, you're going to want to read the panel on the inside and make sure that it's at 1/3 full throughout your trip to make sure that you're not just building a pyramid of funkiness in there. When it is time to drain your black waste tank, you're going to want to close the gray valve and open the black valve and let it empty out. To open these valves up, all you do, you pull it straight out like such. That's it. And then to close it, just like that. When you're done with it, you just untwist it, and you're going to want to keep it in the up position and just let that drain down into the ground. When you're done, take the cap, put it over it, and then you're going to put your sewage hose back inside the camper storage bin. What you see here, it says black waste tank fresh inlet. You don't have to worry about that at all. You also see here on the side you have cable in. That's if your campground has an auxiliary inlet for campsite cable. You'll plug that in with the cord that we provide inside the camper. That's right there. Now we'll go inside and cover the insides of the camper. So now we're going to cover the inside of the camper and the functions that you need to know about this. We'll start off with pointing to this little lever down here. It says coach battery on and off, and there's a green light. You'll notice that the lights are on right now inside the coach. If I hit off, it's going to cut all the power inside this camper. If I hit on, everything else turns back on. So if nothing's in here is working, check that button first to see if somebody tripped it. It says awning in and out. As you saw on your reservation, we do not allow awning usage, and no awning usage will be allowed during your trip. To the left here, you're going to see that there are some light switches. These control the inside lights and also the light on the outside of the camper. You do have a refrigerator, really good sized fridge, tons of room, enough to feed all the people that are sleeping inside your camper. You're going to see it says mode. If I hit mode, it's going to tell me it's on automatic and it's pulling off a flame, which means it's pulling off a propane right now. If I click it one more time, it's going to give me an extension cord symbol. That's if you're at a campsite. If your refrigerator is not pulling off power, it's going to give you a red light. You can see if I go back to the propane, give it a few seconds, it's now green. Now it has an energy source to pull off of. So that would be pulling off the propane when you're going down the road. You do have quite a bit of storage area all throughout the camper as well. Nice little bed area, a TV up top here. You do have a fan, a vent. You just twist that little black deal to get that to open up. You want to make sure that's down during your trip. You have a bathroom as well. To flush the bathroom toilet, you are just going to put your foot on this little step right here and push down. And it's going to go with water. Right now the RV is winterized, so there's going to be no water to show you how that works. You don't want to stick any sexual protection items down the toilet, no feminine products, no wet wipes. All that will clog up the toilet, and it'll clog it up, and it's really hard for us to unclog it. So we do provide hand soap, a cleaning broom. There's more storage in here. Disposable gloves to handle the sewage outside. We provide you with tons of toilet paper to use during your trip. So the shower, to get the shower to close, you just grab right here and it attaches just like that. Your shower, if you're taking a shower and no water is coming out, try messing with this little knob right here. That's going to allow water to come out, water to stop. So RV showers are supposed to be really quick. Alrighty. When you're not traveling, you want to make sure that bathroom door is closed so it's not banging around. You have another pantry right here, very large. All your pots and pans are located inside the camper too. So now you're going to see on this wall a control panel. You're going to see tank holding heaters turn off. If it's red, that means it's on. Don't even worry about touching that. You won't need that. You're going to see here it says inverter control. If we want to run that, the inverter will allow you to use the TV while going down the road and the 110 outlets. And I go and turn that off. There you go. Your thermostat, just like in your house, basic thermostat, has your heat, cool, fan, on and off buttons and your temperature. This is only going to get your coach about 30 degrees cooler than it is outside. For no reason should you set this coach below 70 degrees. It'll freeze the coils and it'll damage the AC unit. So during your trip, if you're curious how much sewage, gray water, or propane you have left in your camper or in your camper, you can click these little buttons on the bottom. To get those to work, you just push them in. Propane, I see that I have 2/3 tank. These lights are going to turn on and it's going to tell me empty, 1/3, 2/3, and full. If I hit battery, it's going to tell me as well. If I hit fresh, it's going to tell me I'm empty. Fresh means fresh water tank. That's that water reservoir tank that's inside the camper. If I hit black, that's going to be my black tank, which is my sewage. When I hit gray, that's my sink water and my shower water, and that's going to tell me that it's empty. Once again, if you're at the campsite, you get the water hooked up to your campsite, you do not have to use the water pump. The only time you use the water pump is when you're dry camping, also called boondocking, and you don't have water from a campsite to pressurize your camper. You turn that on, it says water pump on, and that's how you know it's on or off. It's that red button on the bottom. We do provide you paper towels, cleaning supplies, some Dawn dish soap, and some hand sanitizer. We also have some additional paper towels down below for you. We really kind of give you the basics that you need during your trip. So now you're going to notice that your microwave light is not on. That's because I have no power in the camper right now. So let's say I'm going down the road and I want to make a bowl of macaroni and cheese, but I got to heat it up in the microwave. I would just come over here. I'm going to prime that generator. Hit start. Get it going. And it's going to take about 20 to 30 seconds for this to turn on. So in the meantime, we're going to go over our stove. On top of the stove here, you're going to notice that there are handles over the top. For no reason should this be used as a cutting board. We give you cutting boards, cut on the cutting board, not on the countertop, but on the cutting board. To get this to come back, you just fold it over and push it back just like that. You always want to make sure when you start driving that this is in the down position because it will fall over and it will break. So I'm going to push that up. You're going to notice here on the dials, your first one says top burner spark. You have 3 different burners, 3 different knobs, and then this one does have a stove top. You'll see down inside here, you have this little clip here, this little rod. You're going to have to manually get a lighter and light the burner for the stove, for the oven to work. To get the stove top to work, I'm going to make sure that my propane tank is on the outside. I'm going to turn this over. I can hear the propane coming out. I take this, and it tells me an arrow the way I need to turn it. I twist it, and you can see now that flame is on. If I want the other 2 to turn on, same thing, and now it's on. Anytime this is burning, you do want to have your fan open in the back, or just simply have a window open or the door open so all those fumes can escape. If at any time you don't have the stovetop burning, but you smell gas, you're going to want to come over here and check this, because chances are, if your knob's parallel to the floor, you left it on and you're just pushing propane inside the camper. Turn that off, just like that. That's it. When I'm done, I'm going to close it. Okay, so the generator's been running for about 20 seconds now, and I know I have power in the camper because my microwave lights are on. Remember, if these lights do not turn on, it's because you did not plug that 30 amp cord back into the camper. It's unplugged, so just go check that. That's going to be your issue if you don't have power inside. Typical microwave, just like you have in your house. It's not a conventional oven because you have a normal oven inside this camper. Perfect. The things that will trip the generator is running your microwave, your air conditioner unit, and the TV all at one time. So you don't want to overload the generator. So I'm going to turn that generator off. All I do is hit stop, turns it right off. Now we're going to go over this couch, how to get this couch down. It's very standard. You got 2 seat belts here, and then you got 2 there. So 4, 5, and 6 for sleeping. To get this couch to come out, I'm going to pull this little cord right here, just like that. Give it a little pull, like such. These pillows come out of the way, and now you have about a full-size bed there to sleep on. These seat belts will tuck down below, making it nice and smooth. To get this to come up, I just push it right back into itself, like that. Put the armrest back in place. Go over these little lights real fast. You have little nipples on the bottom of the lights. You just push those little nipples in, and it gets them turned on and off to get it back on, like such. You have plenty of storage room up top. These blinds, you want to take both hands and pull it down and then assist it going up. For no reason, you should be yanking on those to come down. 2 hands, pull it down. Now we're going to go over this dinette. The dinette does go into a bed as well to sleep 2 additional people. You're going to look underneath. You're going to see this little pole here. I just turn it the other direction. Take both my hands, push down. Each pillow has a plastic latch. You want to be really gentle to make sure that that comes off one at a time. During your trip, if you rip that plastic out of this cushion, we have to buy a whole new cushion. These are not cheap cushions, so definitely take your time on that. So recommend just taking them off, unbuckling this side, putting it on top, kind of raise up the table a little bit, and then just lift up the bottom cushions and then push it down. These cushions go like that, and then these 2 set right there in the middle, and just like that, you have a full-size bed as well. You do have a privacy curtain that's going to be in one this storage compartment here. It's Velcro, so all I do for this, I come up to the front, and there's little Velcro attachment pieces, and I just attach that all the way across. And that's going to keep going along the whole length of the front window. Your overhead bed, you have a ladder here. You just take this ladder, push it down into the black clips like that, and now you can sleep up top. You do have a TV here as well. When you're not using it, you'll push it back into place, kind of turn it a little bit. You pull down on this little black lever, gently push into the TV, lock it into place, and now it's locked. You have a DVD player here as well that you can play DVDs during your trip. For no reason at all during your trip, should all your AC ducts be closed, you want to leave them all open. If you close them, it'll freeze your AC unit, and that'd be a pricey repair. If you have any questions about how to use this camper, take notes when you come day of your reservation. We'll go over your notes. We'll let you kind of steer your pickup, get you in and out of the door within about 30-40 minutes versus the standard 2 hours that it would take to go over everything on this camper. So go back, watch the video again, take your notes. Don't feel scared to give us a call. We'll go over everything together. The day of, we'll do a little test drive, go over your questions, and get you on the road. Thanks for watching the video. Give us a call if you need anything. Thank you.